Hello, welcome back to the Luxe Budget, where we are a little stressed this week, but still finding time to make a nice meal for ourselves. Today is the final day of our broad-bent Vinho Verde, and we are pairing it with a sauteed chicken thigh, bone and skin on, with mustard, white wine, caper sauce. I'm still workshopping the name. Over a bed of spinach with a side of crispy roasted potatoes. Looks pretty good. I got some pictures too, which I'll add to my Substack. Paints a fuller picture of what we're working with here. As a reminder, this is a very highly rated wine. It didn't stay particularly well in the fridge, but I took it out a little bit sooner this time and I was sipping on it before I started. And I think letting it come to not room temperature, but I think with white wines, you leave them in the fridge and take them out about 30 minutes before you want to drink them. That did help. So I'm not getting as much of a sour, it wasn't sour, that's the wrong word, but tart, overtly tart, that I was getting the last time that I drank this yesterday or 2 days ago. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the notes of like pear and apple are really coming out now that it's back down, not to room temp, it's still chilled, but it's not quite as cold. So if you are gonna get this wine, I would highly recommend, first and foremost, drinking it all the day of. But if you can't do that like me because you are not hosting anything and you live by yourself and you can't be drinking a whole bottle by yourself on a Tuesday, then make sure to bring it out of the fridge about 30 minutes before you want to reopen it. It really has made a big difference on the wine. It's got a little bit more sweetness to it when you let it come up to room temp. Again, not room temp, you know what I mean. Okay, so we are gonna start with a bite of the potatoes. These were just roasted. I boiled them first and then did just salt, pepper, and garlic powder on them and then put them in the oven at 400 for a bit so that they would get nice and crispy. I think I overboiled them a little bit, but the flavor is very good. I topped it with dill. Very tasty. Let's see. It's a little bit hearty for this wine, so maybe they won't. They're not the perfect pairing, but a potato is a potato is a potato. So I don't think that it's gonna lose points because of that. Okay, we're gonna take our first bite. I'm trying to get, this is a bone and skin on chicken thigh. And I love chicken thighs. They just have a lot more flavor and they are a lot more forgiving. You overcook a chicken breast, good luck. That shit's gonna be dry as hell. But you overcook a chicken thigh, it might be a little tougher than it would have been had you cooked it the appropriate amount of time, but it still tastes really good. So here's our first bite. I almost want to say it was worth almost burning down my apartment before this by cooking the chicken in a saucepan. I used olive oil instead of a high smoke point and my alarm was going crazy. That is very, very good. I used that same mustard that I used in the past two recipes, surprise, surprise. The sauce is very light, but it's got a punch to it. It's tart, it's got some capers in it, it's got so like that salty tang and some garlic and some white wine and butter, and it's very good. I was actually worried it wasn't going to come together nicely, but it seems to. Let's see how it is with the wine. Oh my god. That's so good. That sauce, man. That is delicious. And I'm getting some spinach on here with it too. Gotta get your greens. Wow. Could this be my favorite pairing? I need to readjust my scale because what is this, an 8.5 then? Oh my God. That is so good. And I kind of winged it, so I actually almost debated almost just scrapping this all together and going and getting Jimmy John's and doing a video with that. But I'm really glad I didn't. I'm glad I stuck it out. I'm definitely going to be making this sauce again. It was so simple and it's, wow. I think this has to be a 8.5 pairing. I'm really impressed with myself and with the food, but mostly with myself. Go me. Thank you for joining me. I will have this and the last 2 recipes from this week in my Substack. It's going to go out on Sunday. I will link to my Substack in the comments and also send out the newsletter to all of the subscribers. But if you go there and it's Saturday afternoon and you don't see this, that's why. I post them on Sundays. Thank you for joining me. I hope that even if you are stressed, you find a second to take care of yourself in whatever the way that is. I know not everybody cares that much about a nice, decadent feeling dinner, but whether that's taking a bath or going on a long walk or meditating or going to a yoga class, whatever that looks like for you, there's never enough stress going on in your life to warrant not taking care of yourself, because it's always just going to make it worse if you don't. Cheers. Have a great rest of your week. I will see you next week when we are doing, I think, a Chardonnay. Cheers.